Did you know Teslas are the safest cars on the road? Did you know that every one of their vehicles has a 5-star crash rating? If you were to listen to the mainstream media and the mainstream financial media, you might not think that was the case. Ask yourself, why would the media not want you to own the safest vehicle on the road? I recently did a critique of Time's President of the Year award on Elon Musk. Mind you, this was supposed to be an award. In the piece, there were several occasions when Time tried to cast doubt on Tesla's safety. By the way, I'll link to that down below so you can take a look at it. I think you'll find it interesting. Now, let's go ahead and talk about Time trying to put doubt in your head about Tesla's safety record. In the first clip, they show you the crash, let you know people died, and told you FSD was involved. Next up, another correspondent makes sure that you know there's investigation underway.
Earlier this year, this Tesla crashed into a highway divider in California, killing the driver. Another slammed into a parked fire truck in Utah. Both had the autopilot feature on.
There is a federal investigation underway into the autopilot software that Tesla has, which, despite the name, is not autopilot software. It does not drive the car for you.
Now, they aren't done. After that, Elon gets a question about the safety of Teslas, which he handles more eloquently than I would have.
Are the cars safe? I mean, should I feel comfortable getting behind the wheel of a Tesla and saying, drive me where I need to go?
Well, the statistics that I think are at this point unequivocal that far more accidents off autopilot than on autopilot. So this is not to say that autopilot is perfect. Now to get to full self-driving where you don't need to pay attention, we still obviously have a lot of work to do. So as we get to the point where interventions are extremely rare, even in complex traffic situations, and get to the point where the probability of injury with full self-driving is much lower than with a human driving, then obviously at that point it would make sense to allow the car to drive itself and not have to pay attention.
Now, if you only watch that piece, Time did a great job of putting doubt in your head about the safety of electric vehicles. Now, to be brutally honest, they really don't care about your safety. They have an agenda. How safe are Teslas? Let's find out.
One.
This crash looks bad, but you'd actually be safer than you think. Much in part thanks to a key missing component, an engine. And it's one of the many features that makes Tesla's Model 3 sedan ultra safe in crashes.
Did you know the Model X is the only SUV to receive a 5-star crash rating?
This Model X refuses to roll over. Unlike most SUVs, which tend to roll over with ease, the Model X continues to return to an upright position.
Why are Teslas so safe? Let's hear from Elon.
It will be extremely safe. With the battery pack low in the floor, it's going to have a very low center of gravity. The Model Y, we expect it will be the safest mid-size SUV in the world by far.
Since its first days, safety has been one of Tesla's top priorities for its electric cars.
Did you know the Model 3 received the lowest probability of injury for any car ever tested in history?
The company's first products, the Model S and Model X, both achieved 5-star safety ratings. And then the less expensive Model 3 not only performed the same impressive results, but also achieved the lowest probability of injury of any vehicle ever tested by National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
So the data clearly shows that Teslas are the safest cars on the road. Why are they so safe? Because Tesla's safety division is the most advanced in the world. Let's take a look.
Previously, the best way to design a safe car was for industry standard crash testing. And those crash tests are like a few grains of sand. Those grains of sand are meant to represent the beach, but in reality the beach is infinitely complex. Every crash is different. With emerging technologies, there are new opportunities. Now we can look at the real world and design for that.
Get ready, this one's really important. Decisions are driven by data. The more data you have, the better off you are.
We're the only car maker in the world that has a fleet of well over 1 million cars on the road, fully instrumented from a sensing perspective.
We can know exactly where the seat is, we can know where the steering wheel is, We know if they're belted. We know when the airbag deployed exactly to the millisecond.
We know exactly what our fleet of cars is being exposed to out there. The richness of data we are collecting enables us to develop safety beyond the stars and beyond the ratings, and for situations which is simply not picked up by the regulatory rating test that we and all other car makers are doing.
Take note that Tesla goes far beyond what industry standard is. Listen carefully to the safety engineer. Teslas can tune their cars down to the millimeter and mile per hour.
Once we found the gap in what the legal testing required and the types of crashes we saw from our fleet data, we decided to use our very detailed simulation models to run impacts in different locations, like this simulation here. And we use this to really tune down to the millimeter and down to the mile per hour, the threshold at which you need airbags and you don't need airbags. We use that to tune the airbags and the seat belts for optimal safety.
Conventional systems don't detect this type of crash because it's not an industry standard. This new algorithm takes into account the current sensor set, interprets it in a new way, so that we can identify this particular type of crash and provide the optimum restraint for that situation.
So, do you feel safer in a Tesla or something else? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.